1868 Football Club is back in northern Nevada and looking to protect their home fields. And they'll do so against a star-studded Phoenix Rising club. A United Soccer League showdown coming up right now here on My 21 TD. Good evening, everybody. Welcome into downtown Reno in the biggest little city. Alongside Colin Tabor, I am Alex Margulies. Colin, this has been a game that has been circled on the calendars of many fans, players, anyone associated with this soccer club. And tonight they finally get to face off against the Rising and Didier Drogba, one of the greatest soccer players that has competed over the last decade.
Yeah, it's absolutely incredible to see Didier Drogba here at Greater Nevada Field playing Reno 1868. It's something a couple years ago nobody would have dreamed of, but here we are.
Phoenix also with Omar Bravo, the all-time leading scorer, and at Chivas history down in Mexico, Shaun Wright-Phillips, a guy with English Premier League experience as well. So certainly a very interesting matchup here this evening between Reno and Phoenix. A packed house here tonight. You can see the Battleborn Brigade behind the goal. It is going to be one heck of an evening here tonight in downtown Reno. Had a chance to catch up earlier this week with 1868 head coach Ian Russell in his first season, of course, of this exhibition team. Had a chance to kind of get a lowdown of where this team is at and this big matchup here this evening against Phoenix. Let's check it out. All right, joined by head coach Ian Russell, and coach coming off of a couple road games, a win in Portland, a tough loss in Salt Lake. I know that Salt Lake game is a game you really wanted. You come away with it, and some things maybe don't go your way at the end there, and maybe you come away with a draw, but do you feel like there's still progress being made and that you can compete with some of the best teams in the league?
Oh, for sure. I think going down there, and we should have got a draw out of the game. We outshot them, I think, 12-5 and had really good chances, but they're a good team. And I think they know deep down that we should have came out with a point at least. So I think next time we play them, it's going to be a different result.
When you look at your team right now, about midway through the season, is it where you had kind of hoped for? I know beginning of the year you felt like this could have been a playoff team. Guys got off to a rocky start, and then now for the last 2.5 months, you've been playing really well. Yeah,
I think we're kind of where I thought we'd be. Expansion is tough, as we know, and we did get off to a slow start, but I think I didn't expect that, but I think it's maybe to be expected with an expansion team, but I think we're gelling and going in the right direction.
Obviously, guys that are going to steal the headlines like Dane Kelly, he scored a ton of goals. We talked a lot about him, but who have been some of the guys on the team that maybe have surprised you at this point in the year where you had said, wow, these guys are really developing faster, contributing much quicker than I expected them to?
I think Matt LaGrosse is one. He's kind of been the heart and soul of our midfield. Jimmy Oxford's done really well. Brent Richards. There's been quite a few guys. Hoppenhout's been excellent up front. Chris Weehan's a young player that's kind of, I've known him for a while, so I'm not surprised, but he's done well.
Now, you guys haven't been afraid of adding players in the middle of the season. You get Luis Felipe out of Fort Lauderdale. He was in the NASL. And then now this past week, you guys went to the PDL and signed a young player from Miami, Darwin Espinal. What can you tell us about Darwin? I know he played last week against Portland.
Yeah, Darwin's a really good 1v1 player. What I mean by that, he likes to get outside and go at defenders, take them on, either get a shot off or a cross. Good, dynamic, can score goals, can get assists, so it's a big addition for us.
So you're going in now 2 matches here at home and then a third against a Mexican side. Let's start with Phoenix. Didier Drogba perhaps coming into town and playing in this game. How incredible would that be for the fans and for your players to have an opportunity to play against a quality player like that?
I mean, he's one of the best players in the world. A few years ago, he's one of the best in the world. So to get a player of that quality in Reno is excellent. I think the fans should really embrace it because they may not get to see him again. And he's, if you watch him play, he's still playing really well.
And then I mentioned it briefly, you've got the 2 USL matches, but then next week, July 8th, taking on Atlas out of Mexico. How exciting was that for you to know to bring a quality side like that from Mexico here to Greater Nevada Field?
Atlas has always been a really good club in Mexico, and it's just good for our players to play against someone not domestic. It's another country, it's another league, and the quality is going to be very high. So I expect a really good showing from us and them.
All right, head coach Ian Russell, appreciate your time as always.
Thanks, Alex.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the biggest little city inside Greater Nevada Field. It is the Reno 1868 Football Club getting set to meet the Phoenix Rising. You see the records there. Reno coming in 6-4-3. That puts them with 21 points and in 6th place in the Western Conference. Phoenix coming in 5-5-2. A win tonight by Reno could vault them up as high as in 3rd place in the Western Conference, and that certainly would be a big accomplishment considering the way the season started for this exhibition club, a team that found themselves in dead last. But it all started with a win back on May the 6th in Phoenix, a 4-0 win against the Rising that has really vaulted this team over the last couple of months. So look at the Battle-Born Brigade. Those folks are ready tonight, and so are we as Reno meets Phoenix for the first time here at Greater Nevada Field. Let's take a look at tonight's star players, and we'll begin with Phoenix, and no surprise, it's going to be Didier Drogba. This guy is one of the greatest that has played over the last 10 years. They call him the ultimate big game player. He has starred for Chelsea, for Ivory Coast, and what a pleasure to have him here tonight in Reno.
It absolutely is a pleasure. Didier Drogba, in my opinion, is the best African footballer of all time, and seeing him here in Reno playing for Phoenix Rising will be a treat.
Interesting, Drogba, not only a player for this Rising team, he's actually part owner. He's the first player in soccer history to become a player and an owner at the same time, and certainly interesting to see that here in the USL this year. Really neat to see him playing for the Rising. On the other side of the pitch, a guy that knows his way around the net, Dane Kelly, the 26-year-old striker from Jamaica. He has scored 60 goals over his 6-year USL career, 12 this season, the second most in the circuit, and this guy has just been something else.
Yeah, 12 goals this season. He was the leader for this turnaround against Phoenix Rising, scored a hat trick, so Phoenix Rising will want to stop him, make sure something like that doesn't happen again and they can avenge their loss.
Dane Kelly was the very first player to sign with this Reno team, and he has been worth every single penny. Almost set for some soccer here tonight. They're bringing out the American flag out towards the center of the pitch. Both teams are lined up just moments away from tonight's national anthem. Great way to kick off the 4th of July holiday weekend with a little soccer here tonight in downtown Reno. There will be another match here on Monday night against the Los Dos LA Galaxy 2. So a lot of interesting action. A great opportunity, Colin, for this Reno team to get some much-needed points in the standings, and certainly you want to take advantage when you get 2 games at home here back-to-back.
Yeah, a couple home games 3 days apart from each other. Reno will be hoping to put 6 points on the board there and catch up and try to get in that 3rd place spot.
You know, we've talked to some of the players earlier this week. They said they want to make this place a fortress. They've done that over their last month and a half. They have not lost in their last 4 consecutive games, and certainly would like to keep that going. What's the mood around the team when it comes to playing here at home? It seems like they're really enjoying it and do feel like this is becoming a fortress.
Oh, they cherish it. Being able to play in front of the Battle-Born Brigade, having those fans cheer them on, and being able to play their game, they love it, and they do well here.
Getting set for some United Soccer League action here tonight. We'll pause now for tonight's national anthem. We'll come back with the starting 11s and kickoff here tonight between 1868 and the Rising.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red gleam, the bombs bursting in
Well, it is a packed house in here this evening for some United Soccer League action. Maybe the biggest crowd we have seen yet in this team's history. And looking forward to getting this one started here tonight between Reno and Phoenix. Let's take a look at tonight's starting lineups. Let's begin with the Rising. Again, 5 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws so far this season. Led up top by Didier Drogba. You'll notice no Omar Bravo, the all-time leading scorer for Chivas in Mexico. Shaun Wright-Phillips also not in this evening's lineup, but still a lot of talent for this Phoenix team. Jason Johnson, another guy that sticks out at top.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise to see no Omar Bravo or Shaun Wright-Phillips. I think it's a ploy to try and make sure that they don't get beat on the counterattack, which is something that Reno 1868 did last time these two teams met, and try to have more athletic guys who might have more legs in this altitude.
In the back four, Phoenix led by Peter Ramage, a guy with EPL experience, English Premier League. He is 33 years old, the English footballer. A lot of experience over in England. He also has played pro soccer in India and now here in Phoenix for the second consecutive season. For Reno 1868 tonight, not a whole lot of changes. One big one, though. You'll see Linda Mafeka there. He is actually not in the starting lineup. That is incorrect. Instead, it is Matt LaGrassa as part of that 4-man midfield. But really, when you look at this starting 11 for Reno, there are not a whole lot of holes.
No, definitely not. Expect Darwin Espinal to try and make a name for himself here today, too. It's his first home start, and I think he's a very good player. But, of course, led by Dane Kelly and Antoine Openo up top. They've been on fire.
A dynamic group that is been able to put together 31 goals this season. That's third most in the USL, and Reno has played in 3 less matches than the 2 teams in front of them, so a chance to make up some ground here tonight. In goal this evening, Matt Bersano. He's got 4 clean sheets, the 24-year-old from Tempe, Arizona, so he will get the nod here tonight. Our officials in this contest this evening are referee Rosendo Mendez. He is assisted by Jason Hutchinson and Jeremy Hutchinson, as well as the 4th official, Scott Connor. Jason Hutchinson and Jeremy Davis. I want to make that correction. You look there at the Battle-Born Brigade, a lot of flags. They're calling tonight a blue out, and certainly a lot of blue here this evening as these two teams get set to match up for the second time this year and for the first time in Reno. Glad to have you aboard here tonight for some USL action alongside Colin Tabor. I'm Alex Margulies. Reno playing in now their 15th match of the season, 14th match rather, and hoping to continue some momentum. This is not going to be the same Phoenix Rising team they saw a couple months ago. Drogba, of course, noticeable at the top. A lot of other changes, including their head coach, Patrice Carteron, who has taken over now, making his 4th appearance as their head coach. On the other side of the pitch, Ian Russell for Reno 1868, the former Earthquake star, longtime assistant coach in San Jose, has done a fantastic job here in Reno. I don't think you could ask for anything more than what Ian Russell has been able to accomplish here in this exhibition season.
He's done really phenomenal things. For an expansion team, a lot of people wrote Reno 1868 off in the beginning of the season, but he's had a complete turnaround, and they look like one of the most exciting teams in the league.
So you see Reno there. They're all spread out and ready to go in blue jerseys. Phoenix still huddling up. They'll wear whites here tonight. And our head referee there in the middle patrolling things, Rosendo Mendoz.
Patrice Carteron's 4th game of the season. He hasn't lost a game yet, 1 win, 2 draws. I think what he's trying to do is shore up this defense a little bit, a defense that actually hasn't had a shutout this season. So we'll see if they can break that trend tonight.
Well, Phoenix will definitely have their hands full with this Reno offense, as they have been scoring at will over the last couple of months. A very hard offensive attack to slow down, and expect to see some firepower here tonight. We are underway now in downtown Reno, and it is the Phoenix Rising who will control the opening possession.
Looks like Seth Kasipli will slide in the number 10 role, usually occupied by Lindo Mafeka, who's away with San Jose this weekend. So congratulations to Mafeka for getting the call-up.
Well-deserved call-up. He has been sensational.
Oh, he's been amazing. It will be sad not to see him on the field, but Like a second start now for Darwin Espinal, first one at home. He's PDL prospect, looks like a very good player. He's very explosive, tries to take people on, and he's got an excellent right-footed shot. He loves to cut in and curl it, so expect to see that from that left-hand side of the diamond.
Throw-in goes to Brenton Griffiths, who will cross it to the other side of the field over for Brent Richards.
Yeah, Openo made a dangerous run in behind, but it just wasn't enough from Brent Richards there. Expect Openo to make that run a lot today. It's something he's very good at.
Doesn't get it to Openo. Gets to Kisipli, tries to center it for Kelly. Cleared away. Here's LaGrassa coming up to keep Reno's possession. You'll see a lot of that from Matt LaGrassa. He seems to find his nose on the ball almost the entire match, and he was really good the last time this team was at home, fighting for ball after ball in that big victory for Reno against Sacramento.
He covers an unbelievable amount of ground. A lot of teams, when they have a lone defensive mid like Matt LaGrassa, they almost want him to just sit. But he's so good at breaking up play that Ian Russell gives him license to just roam around the field and make tackles. He's very, very good at it.
Here's the 23-year-old Chris Wehan from Southern California. Off the set piece, headed towards goal, and pulled away by Josh Cohen. Cohen, a 24-year-old from Sunnyvale, California, last year with the Orange County Blues. Been renamed this year.
Former teammate of Brenton Griffiths over there in Orange County.
They dropped the Blues part of that for 2017.
They had a new owner, basically a new team, complete restructuring in Orange County.
Stepping up here is A.J. Gray, working against Morrell, gets around him. Gets it to Drogba. Drogba, right-footed strike, but it's wide. That's a dangerous part to let Didier Drogba attempt a shot.
You can't give Didier Drogba that kind of space in the box. Reno's back four will want to make sure that they sort that out and don't let that happen again. He's lethal.
Here's Matt Bersano, signed by the Earthquakes in the middle of March of this year. He's appeared in 9 previous games for 1868. He's done a nice job in goal. He's allowed only 15 in those 9 starts, and he's got 4 clean sheets to his name.
Yeah, Matt Bersano, he's a keeper who's actually very, very good with his feet. He's comfortable on the ball. You can play the ball back to him. The strikers can rush him, and he'll still be cool and collected on it and make a good pass out of it.
Nice pass there from Morrell. Gets it to Richards. Send it back for Ockford. Now LaGrassa. Chris Wehan into the box and too strong. He was trying to curl it towards Seth Kisipli. Not a bad idea there, but too much.
No, that's a good run from Seth Kisipli on the far post, but just like you said, a little bit too much for him.
Greater Nevada Credit Union, the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Field, this beautiful 2-sport facility. And it is going to be pushed to the test over the next week and a half. We've got 3 soccer matches and 3 baseball games, which are slated to be played over the next 9 days.
It's going to be quite the turnaround from July 3rd to July 4th. Seeing Reno 1860 and Reno Aces both have games here in those 2 days.
Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and info from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC, Channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Phoenix trying to turn the field over. Griffiths will send it back towards Richards. Back to Matt LaGrassa.
It looks like Drogba is dropping deep into the midfield and letting Johnson and Gray run behind him. He's trying to drag center backs with him and make that space in behind for those 2 runners.
Dane Kelly will take a long left-footed strike, and it's right into the hands of Cohen. Don't usually see him attempt shots from that far out of the box, but he tried it with his left foot where he has not scored many goals this year, but a pretty nice attempt there from Kelly here in the 6th minute.
He scored a few goals from outside the box, but not that far, and all of them were driven and low, so that was an impressive shot.
almost able to get it to Opano, but knocked away by Amadou Dia. Kelly, 12 goals this year. 10 of them have come off his right foot, and all but 2 have come inside the box. Reno certainly controlling possession and tempo here in the first couple of minutes. And I think that's important against such a veteran team like Phoenix. A lot of guys with experience from the MLS level, English Premier League. Certainly want to show these veteran players that Reno is not going to be intimidated by their presence tonight.
Oh no, Reno are going to want to control the ball. They're going to want to keep it in Phoenix's half, because if Phoenix can control the ball in Reno's half and get crosses in, Drogba's someone who's really, really dangerous in the air. And they want to make sure that he stays as far away from the goal as possible, because he's not the type of person to run in behind. He just doesn't have the legs for it anymore.
Kisipli tripped and knocked down, but no foul calls. Here comes the Rising the other way, broken up by Espinal. Talked about him, the newcomer, 22-year-old from Honduras. There he is on the far side of the field, controlling the ball. Nice move there to keep possession, looking to get into the box for Kisipli. Now Tim for Phoenix. Over to Gavin. Phoenix, we've seen them play with the Diamonds for the majority of the season, but a little bit of a different formational look for them tonight. Kelly trying to get a break on that one and couldn't quite get to it fast enough in front of Cohen.
That's something that's improved in Dane Kelly's game over this season. He's gotten more into harassing defenders and turning the ball over high. It's something that we might not have always seen from Dane Kelly, but he's done really, really well lately. And he got a great goal against Colorado Springs doing the same thing all on his own.
Coors Light, whatever your mountain, climb on. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility. Antoine Opano trying to make a move. Kisipli stepping up. Kisipli too high.
And that's where Opano is dangerous. When he gets the ball off a turnover and he's able to put defenders on the back foot, they don't know what to do. And it was fortunate to fall to Kisipli, and it just went over there, but a good chance for Reno.
A lot of good chances here for Reno in the first 9 minutes now tonight, as they have been living in Phoenix's half. Hardly at all have seen the Rising control the ball in the opening minutes of this match here tonight. Brent Griffiths will get that one out of trouble as Jason Johnson trying to make a run there. 26-year-old from Jamaica. One of many players on this Rising club with MLS experience. No doubt about it, this is the most experienced team in the USL, and it's not even close.
Yeah, a lot of top flight experience, both in MLS and in the English Premier League, along with Liga MX with Omar Bravo, who's, of course, on the bench.
Blair Gavin from the corner. Headed. And too wide, but a dangerous chance there for Phoenix as Miguel Tim couldn't quite control it. There was Ramage actually on that one. You see the cross in there. All alone was Ramage. And Reno lucky to escape with that one. Not out of the woods yet, though. Here comes Johnson with a hard strike. Bersano up to the challenge. He's not happy with his defense here. Bersano will slow it down a little bit.
That was a poor giveaway from Reno. They're going to want to make sure that that doesn't happen, because then Bersano's all alone to try and defend that.
Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Here's Johnson again trying to create something. Watson has it deflected, but once again, Bersano steps up and grabs it.
Phoenix in the last couple of minutes have had a few really good chances, and Reno want to sort it out and get back to their possession game.
This is a Phoenix team that's been playing well. Their last match was against the RSL Monarchs, and that was a team that had won 9 consecutive matches, and that was snapped with a draw against Phoenix 1-1 their last time out. They've also drawn against Swope Park, who has been very good as of late. And before that, a win against Vancouver. So these are two teams really playing good soccer here as we approach the midpoint of the season.
Yeah, that Real Monarchs team has been in red-hot form. Of course, Reno 1868 lost to them just a week and a half ago. So that was a good result from Phoenix to stop their win streak and really put a name in themselves that they're a team that's more than just star power.
Set piece play here for Reno into the 13th minute as Jordan Morrell will take this one for 1868. Weehan heading it away, trying to create a chance, but Phoenix able to send it back the other direction, trying to look for a quick counterattack. They get it up to Drogba.
That's a great diagonal run from Drogba and good hold-up play, but well done from Jimmy Ockford there to sense the danger.
Now Watson will send it wide. Back to Johnson in the middle. A lot of things have gone through him here in this first half. And Reno will do well just to clear it away. Both teams some chances here in the opening minute. Seth Kasipley a little bit too high over the cross. A corner kick from Phoenix with Peter Ramage heading it just wide of the net. So really a pretty evenly matched first 13-plus minutes of play here tonight in the first half.
Yeah, and Phoenix are doing a good job trying to find the space from Reno's defense.
Drogba sends it wide, and again, Bersano has to step up and make a play. Another nice job by the 24-year-old from Tempe to take that one away.
Yeah, they're finding the space out wide. They know that Reno likes to push their fullbacks up high, and they know that there's space to exploit.
So after Reno really controlled the tempo in the first maybe 6-7 minutes, it's been Phoenix now who's kind of had the upper hand in that.
Well, that was well done for Matt LaGrossa to keep the pressure high.
Here comes Dane Kelly. Kelly trying his best to keep that one alive. Good job by Phoenix as they collapsed the defense around him. Couldn't keep his feet as he was nicked up, and back to goal is Josh Cohen. You can see how quickly Reno can create chances, though, and that has really been the mark of this team. They can flip the field very quickly on you, and they can turn things over in the midfield, and it all started with that Matt LaGrossa slide in.
Yeah, poor turnover from Seth Kasipley, but Matt LaGrossa saw where the pass was coming and made a brilliant interception to keep Phoenix on the back foot. And Matt LaGrossa does very well with that. He's someone who doesn't sit back and wait to make the tackle. He tries to defend on the front foot.
LaGrossa gets it over to Weehan. Over to Brent Richards. Richards keeps it in play and drills it right to Cohen. Grabs it with two hands. And that's something you'll see a lot from this Reno 1868 team. They are not afraid, and really it's part of their philosophy to send their outside backs forward. You'll see a lot of Brent Richards, especially on that right side. He has been regularly a part of the offensive attack.
Yeah, Brent Richards is actually a former forward. He played up front for both UW in college and for the Portland under-23s in PDL. So he's someone who likes to get forward. He can put in a good cross, and he can score a few goals too, as we've seen this season.
Whistle blown by our head referee here. And it looks like he wants to send it wide for Phoenix. Yeah, Richards, an alum of UW Washington. That's the same school that Ian Russell went to. They have a little bit of a connection there. Richards from Portland. He was the first ever homegrown player for the Portland Timbers. Had a chance to get back and play his old team, the Portland Timbers 2, last weekend. And Reno came away with a 2-0 win. It was also a big night for another former Portland Timber, or at least Portland Timbers 2, in Seth Kasipley, who got his second goal of the season.
Yeah, and it was actually assisted by Brent Richards too, and Brent Richards made USL Team of the Week after that performance. So both of them had a good night back in Portland.
Weehan sends it up to Richards again. Can't hold on to it, trying to find Johnson now, and it's cleared away by Jimmy Ockford. Look at the numbers right now. Phoenix holding the ball about 58% of the time. They've had 2 shots on goal to Reno's 1. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Coors Light. The bigger the mountain, the better the reward. Whatever your mountain, climb on. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility.
I think for possession stats, it's important where the possession is in the field. Because if Phoenix Rising have possession in their own half, it's dangerous for Reno. Reno can really exploit that if they force that turnover high up the field. But if they have possession in Reno's half, then that's where Drogba can come into play, find space, hold up people, and try and score a goal.
Now, one of the dangerous things about Phoenix, they've got 2 pretty good bullets left in their gun, and Omar Bravo and Shaun Wright-Phillips, who we would expect to come off the bench at some point in this game. Those are going to be some dangerous, fresh legs.
Yeah, expected for them, both of them to come in the second half. Those are 2 very, very good, experienced players.
Brent Richards, the throw-in into the box. Headed away, but a lot of numbers for Reno here. Richards will take a stab at it, and almost deflected in by Drogba.
That was good defending there from Drogba. He's not just a striker, but he's someone who's good at defending set pieces too.
Able to clear that one away as he collided with Ramage. So first corner now for Reno 1868. It's going to be taken by Chris Weehan. Leads the team with 5 assists this year. Off his right foot. Headed by LaGrassa, but too strong. LaGrassa asking the official about that one, but play will continue. USL, one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the latest league news and information by visiting uslsoccer.com and follow them on Twitter at USL. Alex Margulies and Colin Tabor with you here tonight in downtown Reno. 3 consecutive home matches for 1868. Looking to pick up some valuable points in the Western Conference standings. Nice touch there from LaGrassa. Gets it back to Richards. Plays forward again. Over to Opano. Now Reno will try and reset and put something together here. Brenton Griffiths.
And just as I was about to say that Reno were being patient, not trying to force something, Brenton Griffiths hits that long ball to nobody. So they're going to want to pick their moments. I think that's important. Otherwise, they're going to swing it side to side and try to find those gaps. I think with the way Reno play, even if they don't counterattack right away, if they try to overload one side of the field, which playing in a midfield diamond does, they can still find that space to exploit.
Cohen getting set with the kick here. Espinal trying to keep it in front of him, but he'll watch that one go out of bounds. Played last year in the USL with the Tampa Bay Rowdies before joining, as you mentioned, South Florida, the PDL. And the top-rated player in the PDL before signing a deal with Reno 1868. And getting the start tonight with Lindo Mafeka getting called up by San Jose. They've had some injuries and some guys playing internationally and needing Lindo as part of their roster this weekend. He is an Earthquakes player that has been on loan here with the 1860, and he has been a crucial part of the team's success as of late. So certainly a bit of an adjustment, I think, for this team not to have Lindo. They were without him last weekend in Portland, but he's certainly a very dynamic player at the top of their lineup.
Yeah, I think Ian Russell will be hoping that Earthquakes get their injury problems and a few guys who are away for international duty sorted out so they can have Lindo Mafeka back, because he is such a crucial part to the way this team operates.
Well, it's such a challenge, really, when you're a league like the USL and you do have an affiliation. Developing the players for that major league team becomes the number one most important thing, and for a club like Reno, they have to withstand losing a guy like Lindo. Dane Kelly keeps playing the way he is. You have to imagine he's going to get a chance to get called up by San Jose or another team at some point. So that's kind of the nature of this level, as many people might be used to with the Reno Aces, where constantly guys are shuffling between here as well as playing for the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yeah, and you have to be proud of those guys, because it's good for their career. And, you know, you can look back and say, yeah, that was a player who played for Reno 1868, when they go on to really bigger and better things. But
Antoine Opino trying to keep that one alive, can't quite get to it. LaGrassa will send it back for Ockford. Now Kasipli. Good pass there to Kelly. Dane Kelly getting into the box. Right-footed strike, deflected and saved by Josh Cohen.
That was a great reaction save from Josh Cohen there. That deflection made it tricky, but he did really well to hold on to it.
Looked like it caught a piece of Peter Ramage too, and that might have helped give Cohen a better chance at saving that. Good spot for Dane Kelly to find a shot on goal, though.
Yeah, and that's 2 shots on goal for him. Something I've noticed with Dane Kelly is the third shot's always the one that goes in, so we'll see what happens next.
Nice play in the midfield there by Phoenix to get possession. Across with Johnson in the box, but too strong. And a goal kick upcoming for Matt Bersano. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Coors Light. What would we be without our mountains? Without the things that push us further and call us higher. Whatever your mountain, climb on. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Greater beer, great responsibility.
It's interesting to see this new look Drogba, because the Drogba old, he was almost a battering ram, constantly battling the center backs, constantly winning balls in the air. But now he's starting to drop into the midfield. He's starting to dictate play a little bit, almost act as a number 10. And his role, I mean, in soccer they call it a false 9, where he is the number 9, but he drops back to try and dictate the play, turn and send wingers through.
Kelly trying to save that one from going out of bounds, can't quite get to it. And another kick upcoming for Josh Cohen. Cohen has played in all but one of Phoenix's matches this year. Richards gets it up to LaGrassa. Intercepted again by Phoenix. Ockford with a good read there. Kasipli Now Weehan. Here comes Richards again wide. Good footwork from Richards. Left-footed strike in. Cohen right at his chest.
Brent Richards is someone who's equally comfortable crossing the ball on his left foot as he is on his right, which is a good asset to have if you're out wide. I think he tried to go for the shot there, and it was too weak to beat Josh Cohen.
Cohen in his previous 11 appearances, 18 goals allowed with 30 saves. So he's had some pretty good numbers. It's a Phoenix team that has conceded 21 goals on the season. That's the exact same total as Reno. Here's a run from Vasquez coming up from the backfield. Headed away temporarily by Griffiths, but here comes A.J. Gray now. Ooh, that was dangerous there as they try to get it in for Drogba and just out of the reach of his head. And you mentioned he's so good in those spots.
Yeah, and that was a smart play from Drogba. You could see him making that run real late, so Matt LaGrassa was the one who actually tracked him. And Drogba's going to have a better bet winning a header against Matt LaGrassa, as good as he is in the air, than he would Jimmy Ockford or Brenton Griffiths. So that was a very smart run there from Drogba.
More than midway through this first half, Colin, what do you make of the way this game is played out thus far?
It's looked pretty even. Both teams have had chances. I would say Phoenix have had the better chances, and I think they're going to have to be careful, especially on set pieces. Peter Ramage had way too much space on the corner that went just wide, but Dane Kelly's always dangerous, and he's had a couple very good chances himself.
Here comes Richards again, trying to get it up for Kelly with Kasipli behind him, but cleared away by Phoenix's defense. Richards getting ready for a throw-in now. Chucks it into the box. Kelly grabbing his neck after he was collided with. And now a whistle blown and a man down in the box for Phoenix, and that's Didier Drogba holding his right knee.
He's someone who's had some knee problems in the past, so Phoenix will be hopeful that he's okay, but it looks like he's walking off.
Not as easy as it used to be, I'm sure. 39 years old now. A long and illustrious career. He's won the EPL. He's been part of 3 different World Cups.
Hero of the Champions League final that Chelsea won back in 2012, too. Scored the equalizing goal and then the winning penalty. He's always a late bloomer. He didn't actually make his move from Marseille to Chelsea until he was 25 years old. And, you know, it doesn't surprise me that he's still playing this long into his career, because, I mean, he's such an athlete.
Well, a big reason Phoenix went after him and made him a part owner of the team as well. This is a club that is trying to vault up to MLS status, and they're hoping the star power of Drogba and Bravos and others will help them achieve that when the opportunity presents itself in a couple years.
Yeah, and I think it's a key area on the map for MLS, and I think it was a very smart investment by Drogba, because he knows if they make it in MLS, his 10% value suddenly goes up a whole lot.
Another strike from from Richards, who has been involved a lot here in this first half. Took a left-footed strike that time that was right into the hands of Cohen. Dangerous spot there, punched away by Bersano. Nice job there to step up. And now a whistle blown. What are they going to call here? We've got a man down for Phoenix.
Yeah, it looks like a head injury from Jason Johnson. Matt Bersano caught a piece of him, and that's got to hurt.
Fans want to remind you, Reno 1868 FC in partnership with Pazzo Sports, they're going to bring 2017 Liga MX quarterfinalist Atlas Football Club from Mexico to Greater Nevada Field, and that's coming up a week from tomorrow. Saturday, July 8th, kickoff at 7:30. Tickets are on sale now at Reno1868FC.com. That is going to be a lot of fun, bringing a quality side like that from Mexico here to Northern Nevada. I imagine we have got a huge crowd here tonight. It could be similar to this again next Saturday.
Yeah, Atlas is a team that many people here in Reno want to see. They're a quality team, one of the best in all of North America. And I, for one, am really excited to see them here.
Greater Nevada Credit Union, the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Fields. As Johnson is helped up, thumbs up from the trainer as he will walk off towards the sidelines. We'll see if he will be replaced or if we'll just kind of settle off to the side here for a few minutes.
Yeah, but with that play, we saw Drogba drop deep to dictate play, and then Johnson made that diagonal run, and he became the striker, and it was a dangerous play there from Phoenix. Well done by Bersano to handle it, though.
Well, it looked like it was Bersano's fist that caught part of the back of Jason Johnson's head. Clearly just trying to go for the ball there to get it out of trouble, and it looked like it caught him on the back of the head and the back of his shoulder. And still shaken up.
Yeah, that's something that hurts, and it's never intentional by Bersano, but sometimes it happens.
A little under 13 minutes left in regulation here in the first half, still scoreless. Reno went scoreless into the locker room against Portland last weekend in an eventual 2-0 victory, getting goals in the second half from Kisipli and Fernandez. Jordan Morrell. Richards once again. Another takedown from Antoine Opino, taken down in the box. And the Rising can't believe that just happened. Let's watch it again. Richards gets it into the box, and look at it right there. Opino trying to make a run on it. He is taken down by Cody Wakasa.
Yeah, Cody Wakasa gets some hands on him, but I think that's a real questionable call from the referee. But Reno will take it. They'll be happy to try and get a chance from this. What really should not have been a penalty in my book.
That's going to be a tough one for Phoenix to take, and it's going to be Dane Kelly on the ball here as we approach 34 minutes past here in the first half, as Kelly will look for his 13th goal of the season. And a lot of these of late have come on penalty kicks, and it's been Antoine Opino every time getting the takedown of the box.
If winning penalties was a stat, Antoine Opino would be top of the USL right now. It's amazing what he does. He always gets himself in those tricky situations for defenders. And
Dane Kelly knocked away. What a save by Josh Cohen. Not this time, as Dane Kelly is denied.
Anyone who's done a little bit of homework on Dane Kelly's penalty kicks this season will know that he always goes bottom left. Bit of a surprise since he's missed the last two penalties before that he did take that penalty. I would have assumed Ian Russell would have given him a little bit of time because there is so much homework to do on his penalty kick taking technique. And he went bottom left again, and Josh Cohen knew where he was going.
You can see the big smile on the face from Cohen as well. There was a yellow card given, by the way, on that play. Didn't see it on the screen, but just saw the graphic pop up there. Nice touch there from Richards over to Weehan. Whole center into the box. Trying to find Ockford. Too much, though. And quickly cleared away by A.J. Gray.
Oh, the clever little nutmeg flick there from Brent Richards. That was something special right there.
Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and info from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays, 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC. That's channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC airs the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times. Throwing, getting over to Johnson, who's back in play. Ockford will step up. You can tell Johnson's still not feeling well. He's very slow, lumbering around there. Still shaken up by that play involving Bersano a few minutes ago.
Yeah, he got hit hard, and he'll have to take a few minutes to recover from that. Carteron don't want to make a sub this early, especially in the first half, but they might have to make a sub at halftime if they reassess him and find out that he's still feeling it a lot.
Jordan Morrell got tied up there with Drogba. And Reno will take possession here in the midfield. Richards once again. Seems like he has led a lot of Reno attacks here tonight. Coming up from that right position. Taken down that time by Vasquez, but Reno able to hold on to the ball. Sipley wide down to Richards once again. Trying to time something up with Weehan. Can't quite get to it, though. It'll go back to Cohen, who has had a good performance here in the first half. Ockford, sloppy pass there, but it won't hurt anybody. Drogba will blast it out of play.
I don't know if that was a miscontrolled cross or he was trying to be cheeky and try and find Matt Bersano off his line, but Reno will take the goal kick on that after giving the ball away again.
See the fans there in the Battleborn Brigade, all the flags waving around. That is a packed house here tonight. Not a whole lot of seats in this entire building as you look around. A fantastic showing here to kick off this holiday weekend.
And that's a clever run from Openo. In the diagonal run into the corner.
Antoine, the quick throw in. LaGrassa fighting for it, can't get it. Here's Johnson now, coming the other way. Weehan made a disruption. Ockford fighting for it. And Reno able to get it out of trouble, send it back to Bersano. Brenton Griffiths, you see him there, those highlighter yellow cleats. One of 3 Jamaicans on the team, along with Dane Kelly and Brian Brown. Good to see him back in uniform. He is on the bench tonight, had a chance to play in that Portland game and assisted one of the 2 goals, hoping to see him again tonight. He could be a dynamic type of player to come off the bench in the second half.
Yeah, Brian Brown's someone who can hold up the play, be strong, and finish well too. Made a great run and layoff to Luis Fernandez for Reno's second goal last weekend against Portland. It's very good to see him back.
Victor Vasquez the throw in. Johnson can't keep it. Weehan over to Openo. Openo gets it into the box. Cleared away again by Phoenix as they'll try to make a quick counter, but Ockford there to make sure that doesn't happen as they were trying to find Blair Gavin. Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Final 5 minutes of regulation here tonight in downtown Reno. Still a 0-0 match between Reno and Phoenix. Two teams that started slow, but could be a couple clubs that could be playing late into October and into the playoffs here in 2017.
Yeah, these are two clubs that will definitely be hoping to make playoffs. Very good squads that can attack well and score a lot of goals.
Reno taking their time here. Griffiths will send it back to Bersano. Brent Griffiths has been, I think, lacking a little sleep lately, and for good reason. He has become a father. Him and his wife welcoming a baby girl a couple weeks ago. Very special moment for him, and I think a lot of his teammates had a chance to talk to him earlier this week. We'll have that interview with Brenton at halftime.
Yeah, congratulations to both Brenton and his wife. They have to be very happy. Beautiful little baby daughter. And like you said, middle of the nights aren't as easy for him anymore, I'm sure.
Drogba working against Morrell. Nice job there, by Griffiths, able to step up and take it away from him. Weehan. Reno trying to put together a quick counter. There's Kelly. Now Antoine Opino. He loves being in the box. Opino fighting with Ramage. And Ramage will do well just to get it out of play. And you don't want to mess around with Antoine Opino in the box, something that the Rising have already seen tonight.
No, you don't, because he will look for that contact. He will put that foot in front of the tackle. He will make himself a nuisance to earn that foul.
Here's another corner kick from Chris Weehan. Here's Espinal. Matt LaGrasso holding things up, gives it back to Espinal. Now Kasipli. Over to Jimmy Ockford. Richards into the box trying to find Kelly. Reno's got to be careful of the counterattack in their own right, too. It's something Phoenix can also do quickly. Richards with the quick throw in for Weehan. Now Morrell coming up. Espinal. Right foot. Oh, off the top of the crossbar. And what another great save by Josh Cohen.
Josh Cohen does so well to get his fingertips on that. It was a beautiful curling effort from Espinal. He's so dangerous at that. He loves to cut in and curl it with the inside of his foot in that right upper post.
Unbelievable. That deflection off the hand of Cohen almost helped it go in. I think if he actually didn't touch it, it might have been better off.
Yeah, he was able to get just enough to put it onto the crossbar. That was sailing for that top right corner. Well done from Cohen, from really an amazing strike there from Darwin Espinal.
He's been pretty quiet in this first half here in his first performance in front of the home crowd, but certainly got people out of their seats with that strike.
Oh, definitely. And like I said earlier in the half, he can hit them. He's going to want to try and go for those because he loves that curling shot.
Final ticks here of regulation in the first half. And it looks like we're going to get 3 minutes of stoppage time. And a whistle blown as Kelly's taken down at midfield. Plenty of time here for Reno. Try and put something together and sneak in a goal here before the end of the first half. A half that has seen both sides with some pretty good chances and some good play in the goal.
Yeah, definitely. It's been pretty exciting for a 0-0. And Reno will want to go into the locker room at halftime with a goal and something to be happy about. So they're going to push for it right now.
Chris Wehan. Now Dane Kelly. Kelly blasts it, gets deflected, and Cohen again. Now this time we'll take it down and really slow things down. Reno's got to be careful here. Drogba down to Vasquez. Nice job. LaGrassa again, the interception. Wehan trying to force that one. Looking for Drogba in the box. Griffiths will head it away. Now Jordan Morrell. Matt Watson puts it forward. Phoenix getting some numbers. Drogba. Victor Vasquez. Brent Richards clears it away back towards midfield as we head down to the final ticks here in this first half. Could hear that whistle blow here at any second. Espinal has it taken away. Johnson. Here's Drogba. Drogba takes a shot at it and blasts it off into the Coors Light party zone.
Yeah, that turn and shot is something that Drogba's really famous for. He's able to get his hips around it, but not quite good enough, and sails way wide of Matt Bersano's goal.
As Bersano lets it away, there's the whistle for the end of the first half. And these two teams will head into the locker room with no score. A lot of chances from both sides, but nothing to show for it. An exciting first half between Reno and Phoenix. And we'll see who can try and find the back of the net first in the second 45. We'll take a break, come back on the other side. My conversation with Brenton Griffiths from earlier in the week. We'll also come back and show you some of those first half highlights and get things back going here in downtown Reno. Again, the score at halftime, Reno nothing, Phoenix nothing. You're watching United Soccer League action here on My 21 TV. Welcome back, everybody. I'm Alex Margulies, broadcaster for Reno 1868, joined by Brent Richards. First goal ever in Reno 1868 history came off of your head.
Yes,
How
sir.
awesome was that?
It's really good to be down in the history book for once. Like, that's something everybody's going to remember me by here in Reno. So that's really good.
All right, so people will tell very quickly from your accent that you're from Jamaica. You've got a couple other Jamaican boys on the team with Dane Kelly and Brian Brown. How cool is it having those guys here with you here in Reno?
I think it makes it a lot easier because you always need that extra body in a locker room where you can speak your native tongue with, have a laugh. When it comes to the weekends, we can go out and have a few drinks, relax, or make some breakfast, make some dinner, make whatever at the house, so Jamaican style. So it's really good to have somebody else from Jamaica here.
All right, so you're talking about Jamaican style breakfast and dinner. What are we talking about? What's like the go-to Brent and Griffiths Jamaican style meal?
So curry chicken and rice, or you can make some chicken soup. That's always a special in my house, chicken soup. My wife loves it. The boys loves it when they come over. Brian's a good cook, Dane's a good cook, I'm a good cook, so we rotate it. Everybody got their special meals that they make. But mine is definitely curry chicken and rice.
All right, so obviously from Jamaica, the beach, you come out to Reno, now you're in the mountains, Lake Tahoe. What's the experience been like living on the West Coast and being in like this mountain community?
Man, it's different, because to be honest, before I came to Reno, I had no idea it snowed up here. I was thinking Vegas, hot. It's gonna be hot all year round. And living in California for the past 3 years, I'm like, okay, let's stay away from the cold and stay in the hot. But coming out here has opened my mind to so much other things, like the types of food that they got out here that's different. Going in the snow is something that I've never done, and that was an amazing feeling, running around, seeing all my friends happy, being in a different area. That's always fun. That was good.
All right, so it's been a big year for you. I mean, you're here in Reno with the 1868, scored the team's first ever goal, but personally as well, you just became a father a couple weeks ago to a baby girl. Tell me about that experience.
I still can't find words to explain exactly how I feel. And at times I catch myself just staring at her, being speechless as ever, just looking and being in awe. But I really can't even sum it up. Every time I talk about it, it's like I get butterflies in my stomach. But it's the best feeling ever, that's for sure. I know that for a fact. It's the best feeling ever being a dad.
All right, you were telling me her name is?
Harper Rose.
Harper Rose Griffiths.
Yes, ma'am.
And you're probably not getting a whole lot of sleep right now.
No, but I wouldn't change it for nothing in this world. I wouldn't change it at all. Every second, every moment I get to spend with my baby girl, it's the best thing ever.
Awesome, man. It was good to get to know you a little bit better. Appreciate your time. Enjoy Reno and hopefully no more snow here in the summertime. I can't.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. At work or at play, you're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Oh, hey, she's cute. Nice going, man. Things are going great for you. You've earned a night out. Good drinks, good friends. Yeah, we can go ahead and call this a good night. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Not smart. Yeah, I saw that coming. Say goodbye to her. Ouch, that'll hurt your bank account. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. I hope you like eating frozen dinners. Alone. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Here is my handle and here is my spout.
When I get all steamed up, then I shout.
Tip me over and pour me out. Oh.
It only takes a moment
to make a moment. Cheers. Take time to be a dad today.
We've raised the stakes. Expectations are high. Our biggest season yet will break records with elite players and future stars. Innovative technology and new homes. We're growing the game in our communities and across the nation. Are you ready?
All good things must come to an end. The two top Western Conference teams experienced just that in Week 14 of the USL season. Real Monarchs made their mark in USL history with their 9th consecutive win on Monday night to start off the week where they would play 2 league games. Sebastian Velasquez played a key role in the win over Reno 1868, tallying the assist on both Monarchs' goals. But the streak would end Saturday night in Phoenix. After conceding early, Omar Bravo notched his first USL goal, finishing from inside the box after crisp passing from Matt Watson and Didier Drogba. The Real Monarchs remain unbeaten, though. In the last 10 games, they have a record of 12-1-1. Undefeated San Antonio also saw their run come to an end in front of a record crowd in Colorado Springs. 4,229 fans saw Sean McFarland get on the end of a Master-Cashier free kick right before half. That would prove to be the game winner. San Antonio now moves to 10-1-4 as both teams continue to sit atop the West. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
All right, welcome back inside Greater Nevada Field as we get set for some second half action tonight between 1868 and the Phoenix Rising. Alex Margulies and Colin Tabor back with you. Colin, certainly some chances as we take a look at the first half highlights, some opportunities for both sides, and definitely an exciting first half. Didier Drogba with a chance in the box early and surprised, maybe not a better effort from there.
Yeah, you really expect Drogba to be able to put that away from there. Has time and space in the penalty spot. But a couple chances then for Dane Kelly. Try and make his mark with the penalty as well, but Josh Cohen makes a brilliant save on his right-hand side.
Yeah, we talked about this during halftime. Dane Kelly, 2 times in a row now, not able to bury a penalty kick. And there towards the end of the half, the brilliant curling strike from Darwin Espinal that almost got past Josh Cohen. Those 2 plays certainly stood out for Reno in the first half. We're talking about Dane Kelly, and he's had so much success scoring goals and in penalty kicks, but we mentioned this in the first half. When you take that many penalty kicks, there's a big scouting report on him, and maybe it's to Reno's advantage to mix it up a little bit on those opportunities, and that's something that's been discussed.
Yeah, and as brilliant of a finisher as Dane Kelly is, you almost want to pull him off for a little bit, let someone else get a few penalty kicks in, because now, I mean, 2 penalties plus a penalty that was saved where he scored the rebound. That's 3 in a row now. His confidence might be shot a little bit, plus with the amount of homework that people have on him, they know where he wants to go. So maybe it's a time for Ian Russell to give a chance to someone else to score penalties. And it won't affect Kelly's goal-scoring record much because he can still score so many.
He's still going to get plenty of chances. When you look at the second half upcoming, Colin, when you look at Reno and what they did in the first half, we saw a lot of Brent Richards on that right side coming up from his right back spot in the defense. He was really involved a lot in the offense. How do you think Reno can maybe better take advantage of some of the opportunities that he had, the amount of space that he was getting in that first half?
Yeah, it was clear he was getting a lot of space. Jason Johnson, he was almost playing as an asymmetrical left winger where really he was playing next to Drogba. And there wasn't really anyone on that left-hand side. It gave Brent Richards a lot of space to get forward, and I think Reno have to do better to exploit that. They want to get numbers over there, overload that side, and play quick passing through that right side to be able to then spring someone like Openo forward.
We'll see if Reno will bring on some substitutions in the first half. A look there at A1. Anibal Echevarria, the Reno native, Hog High graduate. Also saw a couple other guys warming up, Brian Brown, as well as Mac Pridham, Luis Fernandez, maybe we'll see him in the second half as well. When you look at the Phoenix Rising, we mentioned this in the first half. We expect to see some pretty dangerous bullets come out for Patrice Carteron in the second half. Omar Bravo did not start this game. The longtime Chivas all-time leading scorer there in Mexico, the 37-year-old, and Shaun Wright-Phillips, a very talented player that spent the majority of his career in the EPL with Manchester City, with Chelsea, also some quality time in the MLS. So we could expect to see some really dangerous players come off the bench for Phoenix. How do they approach this second half?
Yeah, I think more of the same from Phoenix. They try to find Drogba dropping into that midfield to try and spring someone like AJ Gray, Jason Johnson, or possibly someone like Shaun Wright-Phillips or Omar Bravo. I think Drogba has done a very good job of finding space for himself, and that's something that Reno will have to be wary of because he is dangerous, either hitting that through ball, making that late run, or just hitting it from distance.
So just a couple minutes away from the start of the second half. There's a look at Omar Bravo. 132 goals while playing for Chivas. 65 games with the Mexican national team. And there were a lot of people excited to see him when Phoenix took the field. A lot of fans with Chivas jerseys and getting some autographs. He did take some time to take some pictures and give some autographs to the fans. So I imagine a lot of people here tonight anxious to see Bravo get into the action.
Definitely. Large Hispanic community here in Reno, and they'll all be excited to see Omar Bravo come onto the field.
Look at the packed house we've got here tonight at Greater Nevada Field. The weather is perfect. Nice, cool now summer evening. The blankets, the lawn chairs, the kids are out. Not a whole lot of empty seats in the building. I haven't seen an official total yet, but I'd have to say this is the best attended game this franchise has had yet, and not necessarily a surprise, but it is great to see this building rocking tonight.
Yeah, a lot of people here. Beautiful Friday night here in Reno. A lot of stars on the other side of the field, as well as Reno are a fantastic team to watch, and people are excited to see what this team they've heard so much about, what they can do. So it's good to see more casual fans here tonight and not just people like the Battleborn Brigade.
Reno coming in with 21 points in 6th place. A chance, depending on how some other matches play out, a win tonight could move them into 3rd place in the Western Conference standings. For Phoenix, they come in 10th place with 17 points, and a valuable chance as well for them to try and get one here on the road. They're a club with 5 wins and 5 losses, along with 2 draws, as Patrice Carteron looks for his first victory as the head coach of this team. Or excuse me, his second victory. He's won a match and drawn twice. So looking to try and keep some momentum with Phoenix, who has only had Drogba for 3 matches. And I imagine as the season goes on for the rest of the 19 or so matches, this is a Phoenix team you're going to see climb the Western Conference standings. I think they're a lot better than the 10th place ranking they've got right now.
Yeah, and it speaks volumes of Didier Drogba's ability. 3 games in, he's already joint top scorer with 3 goals. And he's someone who will be hoping to lead Phoenix into a higher place into the table, because they are a very talented team. They just haven't quite been able to click yet. But I think Patrice Carteron has done very well to be able to find a starting 11 that works.
So Reno without any substitutions here to start the second half. It does look like Omar Bravo is going to come on for the Rising. So the second half will get even more dangerous here for Reno's defense to have to try and take care of Bravo and his goal-scoring accolades along with Drogba. And it should be an exciting second half as Reno now will try and score in front of their home fans, in front of the Battleborn Brigade.
2 subs here, actually, with Areola coming in as well. It looks like Jason Johnson is coming out for Omar Bravo. One would think he never really recovered from that hit from Matt Bersano, but it could also be tactical, trying to get Omar Bravo some chances out there to score, because he's a lethal, lethal finisher.
So Bravo, you see him there from Los Mochis, Mexico, and Eder Areola, the 26-year-old from LA, will come on in the defensive part of the field for Phoenix. Our substitutions, as always, brought to you by the Les Schwab Tire Center. See Didier Drogba, the top of your screen there, matched up with Antoine Openo. And we are underway here in the second half from Greater Nevada Fields. Greater Nevada Credit Union, the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Fields. Alex Margulies alongside Colin Tabor, first of 2 games here at home during this holiday weekend. We'll be back with you on Monday nights at 7:30 as Reno welcomes the LA Galaxy 2 to Reno for the first time this season. Jimmy Ockford will escort that one out of bounds as he gives it back towards Matt Bersano, who had a strong performance in the first half. He's got 4 clean sheets on this season, hoping to make it 5 here tonight. If he could do that against this star-studded team like Phoenix, that would be a big accomplishment for him and this Reno 1868 club. Victor Vasquez tripped up. Reno, the quick throw in. Weehan tapped by Kelly, looking for Kasipli. Kelly, nice job coming up to win that one. He's tripped up and a whistle blown. And Kelly doing well there to earn himself a foul.
Yeah, trying to figure out what Phoenix have done. I think they have switched to a 3-5-2. I'm not completely sure. I need to see more how they shape up, but it looks like Omar Bravo will be sitting next to Drogba, and I think that Wakasa and Vasquez will act as wing backs getting up and down the field.
Came out tonight in a 4-3-3 after playing a 4-4-2 the last time these two teams met back in Phoenix. Played the same formation as Reno, that diamonds. Here's Weehan with the set piece, right-footed strike into the box, headed but too high. Brent Griffiths couldn't square that one up, but a good early chance off the right foot of Chris Weehan.
Yeah, it looks like the ref will call it back for offside. Brent Griffiths timed his run a little too early there, and he was just slightly off.
Look at Josh Cohen, who had a tremendous first half as well. He stopped the penalty kick from Kelly. He also punched away on a diving stop, a terrific strike from Darwin Espinal. Brent Richards over to Griffiths, now Morrell. Griffiths trying, or Richards rather, trying to find Kelly, but too strong.
It actually looks like AJ Gray will act as the wing back, and Cody Wakasa slides in to be part of the 3 center backs. So interesting from Phoenix, bring a fullback in as one of the 3 center backs, but they know that they need someone to match the pace of Dane Kelly and Antoine Openo.
Matt LaGrassa pops it up, gets it over to Kasipli as he'll kick it off a defender out of bounds. Quick throw in. Whistle blown there as LaGrassa takes somebody to the ground, and it'll be a Phoenix possession. Reno has flip-flopped the percentages. They've had it now for 58% of this match. They've earned 3 corners as opposed to only Phoenix's 1. In terms of shots on goal, Reno's had a big advantage there, 6 to only Phoenix's 2. Into the box, trying to get it to Drogba. A collision there between Griffiths and Bersano. Drogba a little frustrated there as he got tied up with Brenton Griffiths.
Yeah, Brenton Griffiths and Jimmy Ockford have done a good job so far neutralizing that aerial threat from Didier Drogba.
Misplayed there, chance for Reno. Here comes Chris Weehan. Trying to center it for Kelly, and Kelly wanted him to take it. Kelly was not ready for that ball.
When you're that close in front of the box, you have to get your feet ready to be able to slot something first time. And Dane Kelly just did not look like he was ready for that ball to come in. Maybe he thought Weehan was going to hit it across the box, either at goal or towards Antoine Opino.
Golden chance for Reno. They had 3 players in the box to only 1 Phoenix defender. Unable to finish, though. Here comes Espinal. Up to Hopino. Another nice job by Phoenix's defense as they'll try to turn the field over. Here's Bravo. Gets it to Drogba. Drogba. Nice job by Griffiths and some help from Morrell.
Well done. That looked like a dangerous run and cut from Drogba, and he was ready to curl that away on his left foot, but Brent Griffiths got the slightest touch on it for Jordan Morrell to recover.
I mean, just that bump, just to slow him down just enough, and Morrell was able to come in and finish it off.
That was a fantastic little last-ditch tackle there from Brenton Griffiths. Dangerous run from Drogba.
Looking to send it wide for Victor Vasquez, but too much. Richards the throw in. Kisipli trying to get it to Kelly, and it was poked back towards Cohen. And what do we have here?
Looks like Cohen picked up the back pass, and it will be an indirect foul in the box for Reno 1868. You don't see that very often. And strange. I don't know what Cohen is thinking there. I don't know if he thinks that it took a deflection off someone or it didn't count as a back pass. But a strange, strange decision to pick that up. But he had Opino pressing him hard. This is something that teams don't really prepare for that often because it happens so rarely. But they're going to have to get the touch before they can take the shot. And Phoenix will be able to get guys on the line to try and block something.
What can Reno do it this year? A lot of moving parts right now. It's Weehan directing traffic.
I think he's just going to want to drive it as hard as he can and hope for a deflection because it doesn't matter who it hits off of. It can go into the back of that net. I don't know why the referee put it where he did, though, because I felt like Cohen caught the ball around the top of the 6-yard box, so it's a strange place to put it.
Here's the whistle. Weehan strikes it. Trying to get his head on it. Phoenix gets it out of the box and a whistle blown. Just an all-out melee there for the ball. And it looks like Phoenix, well, we're trying to figure out who's going to have possession here. Looked like it's going to be Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the referee's calling a foul for right there. I didn't see anything from it, but Phoenix will be able to clear their lines, push people up the field, and relieve that pressure. But I'd like to see a replay of where Cohen caught that ball because it seemed like it was a lot closer towards the middle of the goal. And that was a tricky ball for Weehan to put in.
Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC. That's channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Drogba able to hold it up. Trying to find Bravo, kicked away by Ockford. Kisipli trying to find Opino on the counter, but too far. Wakasa too much for A.J. Gray, and a goal kick coming up for Matt Bersano.
Last call for alcohol.
Reno looking to clear it out of their half, having a hard time here. As Gavin steps up, deflects it. Now Matt Watson. Looking to find a cutting A.J. Gray, and it's deflected back towards midfield. Here's Watson again. Kasipli gets his right foot on it, and it'll trickle out of Bing. Picasso will set it down. Here comes Gray, 29-year-old from Ontario. Has played professional soccer in Finland, along with time in the USL, as well as the lower-ranked PDL. Third-tier soccer in the States. Openo gets it down to Kelly, and Kelly's waved off sides. He was not going to get to that one, but flag came up as well. You can see the frustration on the face of Ian Russell. I think he feels like his team, with some of the chances they've gotten between the takedown that Openo got in the first half and that weird play from the keeper Cohen here in the second, I think he would have liked to have seen a couple goals by now.
Yeah, that's something that you have to score from. The opposition team hands you a gift like that, you got to put it away, because you're not going to get many chances like that. So Ian Russell will be hoping that they would have had a goal by now.
Drogba over to Gray. Gray gets some clearance, and he will drill one way out of play off into the picnic benches. And it looks like a substitution is going to be coming here for Reno as we get another look at the shot there by Gray. Bersano getting ready for the goal kick, and here comes a substitution on the sideline. Can't quite see who it is just yet. There we go. It's going to be Luis Felipe Fernandez, and he is going to take over for Darwin Espinal, the 22-year-old from Honduras. Only his second game in a Reno 1868 uniform, and now Fernandez, Luis Felipe Fernandez, who was signed mid-year from Fort Lauderdale, or he had played for Fort Lauderdale last year. But Luis Felipe in 7 games has had an impact, especially in second-half performances where he has scored 2 goals.
Yeah, and it looks like he'll slide Chris Wehan over to the left side of the diamond, and he will play on the right. Something we've talked about before is Ian Russell likes to funnel those attacks through the middle. So inverted wingers on the left and right side of the diamond with Chris Wehan, who's right-footed, and Luis Felipe Fernandez, who's left-footed.
Fernandez, Brazilian-born, grew up in New York. His favorite player, Paulinho, one of the great Brazilian stars.
And now playing his trade in China, making big money there. Interestingly linked with a move to Barcelona this summer. We'll see what happens with that.
Some numbers here for Phoenix. Trying to find Drogba. Richards lucky there. That one got away. Openo will keep it from scuttling out. Sends it back to Wehan. Kelly applying some pressure here. Can't quite get to it as he's taken down just outside of the box. Richards being pressured by Drogba, and he will send that one out of play. Victor Vasquez throws it in for the Rising. Reno getting possession back. Here comes Morrell. Kasipli gets it away from Gray.
And that's a great ball from Openo to find Chris Weehan into space.
Weehan holding up play, gets it back to Openo. Those two have been some of the best chance creators in the circuit. Weehan with 26 chances created coming in. And Antoine Openo with 25. A couple of dynamic players on this Reno team that have done a lot to help out their teammates.
They're both so good in transition. Chris Weehan and Antoine Openo, they like to win the ball quickly and attack quickly. They try to exploit those gaps before a team can reset themselves into their defensive shape, and they try to attack with pace and make something happen.
Didier Drogba with a run there. A nice job again defensively. Reno not being intimidated as Morrell once again with a great win there. That was a dangerous, dangerous run from Didier Drogba. And Coors Light reminds you to celebrate every climb safely. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Great beer, great responsibility. Also, soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Quick counter attack from Phoenix into the box, looking for Bravo. He's knocked down by Morrell. There's no whistle. Still going for the Rising.
Well done from Kasipli to block that cross, get back, and help his team out.
Gavin. Richards heads it away, popped up and out of play. And a whistle now from our head ref, Rosendo Mendoz. Dangerous spot there, and that last possession is Omar Bravo is taken down in the box, but no penalty given to Phoenix. Bravo still talking it over with Mendoz.
Yeah, Reno were fortunate there because it looks like Bravo was clipped from behind. Looks worse than the penalty Reno got in the first half.
Could certainly make a case for it. And Reno was kind of lucky the timing of that ball wasn't closer to Bravo when that takedown occurred, or they might be looking at a penalty kick.
Yeah, they could be, so they can feel fortunate right now and try to brush off these recent Phoenix attacks and make something happen.
A.J. Gray gets it up top. Over to Bravo. Nice job by Ockford to get it back to Bersano.
Yeah, Ockford does really well to get his body across Omar Bravo and not just make the tackle, but keep possession while he's at it. Great defensive play there from Jimmy Ockford.
Yeah, it's been a great defensive effort, I think, for this entire team. I mean, there have been a lot of spots where Drogba has gotten a run, and they have been up to the challenge of keeping him from getting some quality chances when he has really been in spots that you're used to seeing Didier Drogba finish.
Yeah, anyone who watched Chelsea from 2005 to 2012 knows that he can score goals.
And very close there. Reno trying to put something together on the counter attack, but they're going to call Antoine Openo for an offsides. And he's not happy about it. And Coors Light reminds you that every climb deserves a refreshing finish, and every night deserves a safe ending. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Greater beer, great responsibility. Openo. Back to Kasipli. Antoine taken down just outside the box. Looking for a whistle there. That was a clear takedown from Amadou Dia, and it was just outside the box.
Yeah, Dia's saying linesman never put his flag up. He's saying he got ball, but Openo, he's so explosive, and he makes defenders have to make that decision and forces them into challenges that he will make fouls out of.
He's just so hard to contain.
He is. He is. He can beat you either way. He can use his hips well to make you think he's going the other way, and then he's off. He's so explosive and so quick.
So a set piece from Chris Wehan just outside the box. .24 minutes left in regulation here tonight with no score. Wehan's got 5 assists on the season. We'll see what he can do with this here. Gets into the box, headed, and just wide. Dane Kelly almost got it in.
What a smart darting run from Dane Kelly to get to that near post and get to that ball before anybody else, and he's so close to flicking it into that far post. It goes just wide.
Less than a foot. So close for Reno to take the lead here in the second half. But another Phoenix escape here tonight.
Chris Wehan, the way he hits the ball at set pieces, he can make it dip over such short distances, which is really just a rare skill to have. Normally, you can see him dipping it over the wall in practice from 18 yards out, which a lot of players can't do. They need more space to get it up and over. But right there, you saw it cleared the first defender and came down enough for Dane Kelly. It was a great ball in from Chris Wehan.
Phoenix quickly got the ball on the other side. Morrell, a good win to knock it out of play. Now the throw in from Gray. Gets it to Bravo. Trying to center it, and good deflection there by Reno again to get out of trouble as Bravo was trying to find Drogba. Kelly. Dane Kelly gets it with his left foot and deflected away. Another survival by Phoenix.
That was a great reaction from Cody Wakasa to see Dane Kelly cut that ball into his left foot and to throw himself at it, sacrifice himself to get in front of that shot. Otherwise, it would have been a goal.
Kelly's going to take his time to get up after that one, catch his breath a little bit. And this time they're going to send Seth Kasipli to the corner. Drogba heads it away. Openo. Back to Wehan. Openo. Making things a little bit uncomfortable, but Phoenix again with the clearance.
A strange giveaway from Dia, who had plenty of time, could see the field, and just passed it right to Matt LaGrassa.
Openo being a pass in the box, gives it back to LaGrassa. LaGrassa goes at it with his right foot. It deflects well out of play, and Richards will run over for the throw-in. Fans of USL, one of the most prominent second division professional leagues in the world, featuring some of the game's top talent and rising stars. Stay up to date with all the league news and information by visiting uslsoccer.com. Follow them on Twitter at USL. Well, we have not seen a goal come across here tonight, but certainly an exciting match between these two sides. Reno coming off a 2-0 win against Portland. Phoenix coming off a 1-1 draw with the top team in the Western Conference in Salt Lake. Here comes Gray again. Gray takes a shot at it. Bersano's ready. Nice job there by Matt Bersano again as he keeps this clean sheet alive.
Bersano's done well. He saw that shot was going towards near post. He got his feet done. He got his feet well and made it look like an easy save. He could have easily tipped it out for a corner and people would say, oh, that's a great save, but Bersano did really well to make that look easy.
Nice job there by Luis Felipe. Kelly putting some pressure there. Knocked away by Ramage. And is Reno going to get a corner? Yes, they will. Again, Kelly being disruptive, putting a lot of pressure on this Phoenix defense. They have been harassed time and time again tonight. 22 clearances in this match from Phoenix.
Wow. They have done well to neutralize that threat of Dane Kelly and Antoine Opano. They've defended well. They've restricted Reno to few chances.
Kasipli and taken away by Cohen. He recognized that one, stepped up and took it away himself before anyone had a chance at it. Trying to spring Bravo on the other side, matched up with Opano, and then Opano is going to get blown for a whistle after holding Bravo back.
What a game so far by Josh Cohen. He's made some great saves, and that was very, very well done from him to put Omar Bravo through and push the lines up.
Well, we mentioned there still are some dangerous weapons for this Phoenix team here in the second half, and here comes that final bullet. Shaun Wright-Phillips, the longtime English footballer who starred in the Premier League, also spent a couple seasons with the New York Red Bulls in the MLS. He was part of England's 2010 World Cup team. He'll come in here for the final roughly 20 minutes, replacing Victor Vasquez.
And it looks like Phoenix are going for it, taking out a more defensive-minded wingback and bringing in Shaun Wright-Phillips, who, if anything, is a winger. I don't think he's ever played as a wingback, possibly with QPR. I know they played that a couple times. But looks like they're going for that more offensive-oriented approach.
Been 6 seasons with the English national team, scoring 6 goals in international competition. A lot of weapons right now for Phoenix between Drogba, Bravo, and Wright-Phillips. Drogba with the strike from outside the box, and it's too high.
Yeah, it just dipped a little too late. Drogba is also known for his set pieces, too. He's a man of many talents, and that dipped really well, just a little bit too late, and it goes just over the goal.
Who is going to flinch first here tonight?
I honestly think a 0-0 draw wouldn't be the end of the world for both teams. They've both fought really hard, and both of them would hate to give up a loss at this point.
Neither squad has had a 0-0 draw this year. Phoenix with a couple 1-0 results.
And this could be Josh Cohen's first shutout, and he's earned it.
Sure has.
He's been brilliant tonight.
Between the save against Kelly, the save against Espinal towards the end of the first half. Great save earlier in this half. Both defenses have done really well tonight at being calm in some pretty wild and pressured situations at times. Throw in trying to get it to Drogba, and tripped up is Richards. Gets a little high five there. And a throw in coming for Reno. Or rather, Bersano will take a kick from near the corner. LaGrassa able to win that one for Reno, gets it over to Morrell.
Well done under pressure for Matt LaGrassa to find Morrell into space.
Openo looking for Kasipli, and he had his back to the ball. A nice touch there, but couldn't time it up just right for Reno.
It's been tough for Openo and Kelly. They feel like they beat one guy, and suddenly there's two more on them. They've done a very good job of neutralizing that threat. You almost want to see Reno play the ball quicker in the attacking third because there is the space, but instead they're trying to take it on themselves, where they're doing a good job of having multiple people defending.
Greater Nevada Credit Union, the official sponsor of Greater Nevada Fields. We'll have soccer again Monday, baseball, and the Aces come back to town July 4th. 3-game series against Tacoma, and then another match, an exhibition a week from tomorrow against Atlas. The Mexican side coming to Northern Nevada. And I was talking to Andy Smith earlier this year, and he said the aim is to bring a couple really high-quality exhibition matches to Northern Nevada every year, and certainly off to a good start by landing a team like Atlas.
Yeah, that's well done from Andy Smith to bring a team of that caliber in here. It'd be really cool to see guys like Jimmy Ockford, guys like Dane Kelly play against some of the best players in Liga MX. Disappointing, I don't think Rafa Marquez will be there. He just got eliminated from Confederations Cup with Mexico against Germany. But it'd be cool to see the other stars of Atlas.
Battleborn Brigade on pins and needles, hoping that they can explode tonight with a goal right in front of them to try and break this 0-0 tie. Bravo able to hold it up in front of Morrell. Drogba. Chance here for Shaun Wright-Phillips. He elects to cross it instead of taking the shot himself, and I don't know what he was thinking there. He tried to center it to give an opportunity for Eder Areola, but he had a shot at goal there.
Yeah, that's when you just got to put your laces through it and bury it. And if anything, if Matt Bersano makes the save, Areola is there for the rebound. Not the best decision there from Shaun Wright-Phillips, but he might have felt his angle was a little too tight for that.
It'll be Wright-Phillips taking the corner kick. Not enough on it there. Bersano able to pull it down. Just the second corner of the night for Phoenix. Reno's had 5 in this contest. Drogba gets it to Wright-Phillips, trying to find Bravo. We'll spin around as Morrell will chase him down.
Despite being marked heavily, Drogba's done a really good job this game of getting one-time layoffs or flicks to his teammates. He's really dangerous. He's so strong at holding up the ball, holding off defenders, and being able to flick some oncoming runners through.
Drogba, I think, a little frustrated with himself there. One of his teammates trying to time one up there for him, and he wasn't ready for it. A wasted chance. Here as we tick down to the final 10 minutes of regulation. Still in search of a goal here tonight in downtown Reno. Yeah, it looks like Brian Brown may be checking in here momentarily. The talented Jamaican striker who's been on the shelf for most of the season. Perhaps he can make an impact here in the final couple minutes. Here's Gray making a run. Gray in the box, deflected away. Morrell got his body on it. Griffiths able to punch it out of the way back towards the other side of the field as Dane Kelly's going to get to it.
Brent Griffiths did a very good job of putting a lot of backspin on that ball so it would stop before the end line, and Dane Kelly can win it in the corner.
And what a good stop by Morrell. He has really been impressive tonight as partner Reno's back four. He has been challenged a lot of times one-on-one, and he has been calm under pressure.
Yeah, Morrell's done well tonight. He's got to be proud of himself. He's had to switch between center back and left back, and he's had to defend as a center back a lot today with AJ Gray making runs in, diagonal runs towards the middle of the field, Drogba kind of dropping towards him. But Jordan Morrell could be very proud of his performance tonight.
So Dane Kelly's night will be finished up. Reno will get some fresh legs, and Brian Brown, the 24-year-old from Sandy Bay, Jamaica, got some experience in the MLS with the Philly Union back in 2014, scored a couple goals for them.
And expect Brian Brown to challenge these defenders, hold up the ball, almost like Drogba. I mean, he's strong on the ball. He's going to battle against people, and if he gets a chance, he's going to try and finish it.
Our substitutions presented by the Les Schwab Tire Center. Want to remind you to stay up to date with the latest USL news and information from around the league. You can tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, 9 p.m. Eastern on Sirius XM FC, channel 85. Also, don't forget Sirius XM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USLsoccer.com for dates and times. Intercepted by Drogba. We'll get it up wide. Trying to find Wright-Phillips there, and stolen away by Weehan. Luis Felipe going for the steal there, but a whistle blown. Rosendo Mendoz and referee going over for a quick conversation with Patrice Cartheron. And another set piece opportunity for Didier Drogba. Had a set piece chance about 5 minutes ago, went too high over the net. Certainly a capable scorer from this spot in the field.
Yeah, he's someone who can hit it with power, dip and curl it all at once. And Matt Bersano will want to be ready to.
Oh, it's going to be Bravo stepping up on it, and Bersano will punch it away. So it looked like he was going to be Drogba, and then Bravo came up and went towards that right corner.
And that was an excellent save by Bersano. His feet might not have been set, but he did so well to get across that goal and tip it away for a corner. Excellent footwork there from Matt Bersano.
Phoenix will send Shaun Wright-Phillips to the corner again. He's got 2 goals this year. See what he can do with this. Pops it up. Deflected by Watson. Kept in play by Gray, being harassed by LaGrassa. LaGrassa can't quite get it away from him, and they're going to blow a whistle on Gray as he used his arm to pull back LaGrassa, and that's not going to happen.
Yeah, LaGrassa will be relieved because Gray got the better of him right there and was able to make a run towards goal, but he'll be relieved that it was called for a foul.
Soccer fans, Nike, an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. And it looks like a yellow card is coming out against Brian Brown. Carteron looking up. Brown, meanwhile, trying to plead his case with Mendoz. Here's another look. You can see there was a bit of a kind of a shove there in the tussle, but I don't know. for a yellow.
It looks like Brian Brown's just trying to make himself big and hold off Wakasa, and Wakasa just fell to the pressure. I don't think that was a foul at all.
So the Rising will set it up here with less than 5 minutes to go here in regulation. Can somebody find the back of the net here in closing time? Drogba out to Watson. Brown coming up again with his shoulder. Watson able to get into the box. Watson has it deflected. Now is striking. It's popped high. Oh, that was dangerous.
Oh, Arreola caught that all wrong. He was all alone on the penalty spot and just got his foot completely under the ball and sent it away past almost into the grass.
Brown knocked down this time. No whistle as Morrell will throw it in. And it looks like Reno is going to make another substitution as Seth Gasippli is going to head off, and Mac Pridham will swap out jerseys real quick. Not sure what happened there. Oh, hold on a second. Substitutions brought to you by the Les Schwab Tire Center. Pridham has appeared in 10 games for Reno, making 4 starts. Does have 1 goal. Definitely a capable goal scorer if he gets the opportunity.
Yeah, if he gets a chance in front of goal, he's most likely going to finish it. He's been a little unfortunate that when he was a starter, Reno weren't quite creating as many chances, but I think he's going to try and make a nuisance of himself and get that goal that he's been craving.
Get it out wide for Gray. Nice slide there by LaGrassa. That was impressive defensive work.
LaGrassa has been huge today. Another outstanding tackle from him there.
Ball goes out. Brian Brown, the quick throw in, gets it into Weehan. Pridham wanted it in the box, didn't get it though, as Reno sends it back and tries to set something up here. Ockford gets it wide to Felipe. Or excuse me, that's Brent Richards. LaGrassa takes a strike at it and puts it into the stands.
That was a hopeful shot from Matt LaGrassa. Reno had numbers in the box, and maybe a better decision would have been to find Brent Richards out for a cross, but he saw the space and he went for it, and you can't blame him for that.
Time is running out here at Greater Nevada Fields. Here's Cohen. Another good clear by Griffiths. Openo, good position, gets it over to LaGrassa. Brown making a run at it, and Phoenix will just spray it out of play over by the scoreboard. Richards gets into the box, trying to find Weehan, and it was just out of his reach.
Oh, so close to getting a toe on it and putting it past Josh Cohen. That was an excellent whipped-in ball for Chris Weehan there.
Oh, just that close. And it has been that kind of night for Reno's offensive attack, where just that close has happened a lot.
Yeah, quite a few times, and they're not getting as lucky as maybe shots that would have been going in a couple weeks ago are now going just wide. And They've had a very good game. They don't have anything to be disappointed about. Both teams, this has been a great battle, and there's nothing wrong with a 0-0 battle in my book.
And they're going to give 4 minutes to stoppage, so still plenty of time to make something happen. Here comes Antoine Openo. Good defensive effort there by Gavin to take it away. Griffiths heads it away. Morrell able to corral it away from Bravo. Good ball there for Mac Pridham. Or excuse me, Openo. Openo into the box and just high from Brian Brown.
And another great whipped-in ball, this time from Openo, and Brian Brown just puts it over. Oh, they're getting closer and closer.
Would have liked to finish that one right in front of the net. Perfect ball. Too high.
Oh, if that goes in, Battleborn Brigade goes crazy. They haven't been able to see a lot of stoppage time winners, more stoppage time equalizers for the opposition. So you could.
Drogba taking a strike at Bersano, who's ready for it. Good job there to be prepared for that one.
Yeah, a bit hopeful from Drogba there to try the 40-yard volley.
Pridham trying to get spurred on a breakaway. See the frustration there as he's not able to get it before Cohen. Maybe halfway through stoppage now, maybe 2 more minutes left in this one. Can one of these teams break this 0-0 tie? Openo keeps it from going out of bounds, finds Brown, but Brown can't keep it. Throw in coming now for Ariola.
And it looks like Phoenix are just going to try and slow this play down, try to find that final whistle because they know Reno have been pushing hard these last couple minutes.
Drogba gets tangled up with Richards, no whistle. Openo trying to get out of harm's way.
I think Brent Richards is fortunate not to get away with the foul there because it looks like he clips the back of Drogba's legs.
Whistle on the throw in there from Openo. It looks like somebody just got it. Did somebody just get ejected here? What is going on right now? They're getting a little bit chippy here in the final moments. Not sure what's happening. Mendoz is taking the ball away. Drogba is getting into it, shoving with Griffiths here, and he's going to get a yellow.
It looks like looks like both teams are letting their frustrations show here.
Yellow card has been issued. Number 11, Phoenix Rising, Didier Drogba.
Well, we'll see how much time we have left in this one now. We're going to have to add some more time on, obviously, after all that messing around. It'll be Reno's ball, and will they have enough time for one more possession here? Richards will throw it in. Brian Brown making a run at it. Dished off to Morrell. Now Felipe. Griffiths, headed by Pridham. Openo, sliding to keep it in play. knocked down. Is there going to be a whistle here? And I believe there will be. Another time where Antoine Openo, you just cannot keep the ball away from this guy.
I don't even know how he kept that in, let alone earn the foul. That was amazing from Openo. Wow, and this is going to be a huge chance at the death here for Reno to get Jimmy Ockford and Brenton Griffiths up the field. That second touch, it went off his shin, and then he was able to keep it in on his foot. It was unbelievable.
Relentless.
He really is
his middle name. So here we go. This could be it right here tonight. No score. And Chris Weehan on the set piece opportunity here in stoppage time. Weehan is ready. Drives it with his right foot. Headed out of trouble. And that is going to do it tonight. Phoenix and Reno will battle to a 0-0 draw here tonight. And what's going on now?
People are trying to get a hold of Drogba over there, and looks like the security in 1868 front office are able to get these guys off. Strange end to the game here.
Well, things definitely got tense here in the closing minutes. But that is going to do it here tonight as Reno and Phoenix, with a lot of faces like that here tonight in disbelief. A game build is going to be full of fireworks, a high-power, high-octane affair matching up the likes of Didier Drogba, Omar Bravo, and Dane Kelly and Antoine Openo, but yet it was the defenses tonight that shined as both defenses really stepped up in a big way tonight, Colin.
Oh, absolutely. It was a hard-fought 0-0 draw for both teams. Really a great game. You can say that sometimes about a 0-0. That had everything except for goals. So
both teams 0-0 for the first time this season. Reno will earn a point, get to 22. Phoenix will move up to 18 as it'll be the fourth draw now for Reno this season. Now 6 wins, 4 losses, 4 draws. And for the Rising, 5 wins, 5 losses, and 3 draws. We'll take a break, come back on the other side with our post-game show. We'll have some highlights from this one. You won't find any goals, but highlights nonetheless from this 0-0 affair between Reno and Phoenix. This is United Soccer League action on My21 TV. Well, I think a lot of people are frustrated would be a good word to describe it here tonight at Greater Nevada Fields, as teams will exchange some pleasantries. I'm sure a lot of familiar faces, catching up with some friends in the game. And what a hard-fought match this was here tonight. There's the Battle-Born Brigade here to the bitter end. You could see it towards the end as we went to break, a lot of stunned looks on people's faces. And I think for Phoenix to come in here and get a draw, that's a win for them. I mean, they want to come in here and just get a point. I think for Reno, they're going to leave tonight feeling a little bit of a bitter taste in their mouth because they had so many opportunities wasted, both on great saves from Josh Cohen and also getting some spots where they were able to put some goals away that they just didn't.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, they can't be too disappointed with the way they played. They created chances. They defended well. They neutralized the threat of Didier Drogba and Omar Bravo. And I think they earned that point.
You know, you're right, and I think when you look at that, there's one side to look at it. You can be disappointed at some of the opportunities wasted. On the flip side, though, Omar Bravo, Didier Drogba, Shaun Wright-Phillips, Matt Bersano, and this defense with a clean sheet tonight.
Yeah, and they earned that clean sheet. Brenton Griffiths, Jimmy Ockford, Jordan Morrell, Brent Richards all fought really hard. Matt Bersano made a couple incredible saves, including the free kick save on Omar Bravo, which really was special.
All right, let's take a look back at the highlights from this one tonight. Again, a 0-0 final score. Here's a set-piece opportunity from Chris Weehan in the second half. You saw there as Brenton Griffiths could not control the header. And then some assaults from Phoenix here. Bersano up to the challenge on a shot from A.J. Gray. Bersano again, great job for him. 5th clean sheet of the season for Bersano. Reno earning a free kick just outside the box, but couldn't complete it there as Kelly put it just wide. And then check out this shot from Espinal in the first half. That was such a quality strike.
Oh, what a save from Josh Cohen there. Able to just tip it on the crossbar.
Dane Kelly in the first half earned a penalty kick thanks to Antoine Opino, but as you mentioned, going to that left corner, and Josh Cohen was ready for it. And big difference in this game, that penalty kick that Reno couldn't convert.
If that goes in, it's a different story tonight possibly, but like I said, Reno can still hang their heads up high after this performance. They did not do bad by any means. They fought hard and earned a point here tonight at Greater Nevada Field.
Well, certainly not the result necessarily that either team had wanted, but a draw nonetheless. Reno still remains unbeaten here at home since